We are buzzing in the booth at the moment. Fabulous women's at 75k competition. That's a look back at the B group weights, and you're making the point while we're away on the break. We've had a clean cut-off between the A and the B group in this competition, Michaela.
Correct. The snatch weight, everybody in the A group surpassed the best lift from the B group, which was 100 kilos. And I think we're going to have a fairly clean cut-off here as well in the clean and jerk. Antonia of Brazil, clean and jerk to 130 from the B group. We're coming in now with a 125. We have a couple of athletes entering on this weight, but their totals will surpass that of the B group. So it's the first competition we've had where it's been a spot-on cut-off.
So France with Nurchinova to get things underway in the clean and jerk phase. Snatch gold medal going to Zaichikina, double world champion for Russia. She'll be looking to see it through for another world title. Doesn't look that comfortable.
Just adjusting the grip, holding it for a long time. Very good overhead, despite the long, rangy arms. She's got a long way to shift the bar. But if I'm looking at this athlete now and I was going to go away and try and develop her, I'd be looking at developing the strength in the back. As we saw on the snatch, when she stood out of the squat position, she toppled forward. She does the same here on the clean and jerk, just drops her chest. That's a back strength issue. Holds the bar for a long time and then decides to adjust her grip. Usually we see an athlete doing that straight after the clean because it's taking a lot of energy. Straight to arm's length. No problem.
Yeah, we know it's tricky for the taller lifters with the longer levers, but a longer back is not a problem in weightlifting if you can get the strength in there. So, Nurchinova in for Kazakhstan, and in successfully so clean and jerk. So we're going to see people coming in pretty regularly at this earlier weight, but the medals are going to happen a lot later.
Yes, we are. She's not happy, and I'm just looking at the weight she posted at the weigh-in 2 hours ago, or 3 hours ago now, was 130. She's had to bring this down by 5 kilos, so something hasn't quite gone to plan in the warm-up room, but that was a super solid attempt. The bar was in a lovely position overhead, no issues.
So well within her parameters. Amatova in for Kazakhstan then, as Yar steps up for Taipei. Came in quite early on the snatch competition. 125 attempt for Yar.
Well, Yao had a 127 first attempt posted. She's brought that down by 2 kilos, so something's going on in the warm-up room. Whether these lifters are just getting tired now because it is extremely hot out there. The coaches are toweling and fanning the lifters down consistently across every day. It's been very, very warm. But you can see just standing up with ease, adjusting the bar off her windpipe, off her shoulders to get the oxygen in. Sets herself up for a nice solid jerk. Bar easily to arm's length. The rules specify the arms must go straight to a straight position. No flexion of the elbow allowed. And so far we've seen some great lifting.
Yes, a real snap about some of the work from the lifters in that particular area. So, same again with the decisions for various athletes to come in, and Nurchinova is passing. So in comes Prepa, and Prepa's going to come in at 127.
That's up 2 kilos on the weight she's posted, so her warm-up has gone well.
Yeah, someone moving in the other direction.
And her personal best is also 127.
Okay, interesting times then for Prepa and Moldovan weightlifting fans.
Prepa's obviously had some big improvements since the European Championships earlier this year. Ooh,
oh, no.
Short on the drive, just tried to push with the arms. With these kind of weights, you cannot do that. You need to trust the leg strength. Her position was all over the place. And that's a first attempt that is one to write off and forget about. Clean was good. Adjust the bar, no problem. See better from the side. That bar was never even at arm's length, and it was considerably in front of her. got to make sure that the bar is over the shoulders and the shoulders over the hips. We'll just see here that her hips are going to be behind the bar, shoulders forward, and the bar goes even further forwards.
Well, all sorts of interesting ways to get warm for the event, and there's one for the scrapbook.
Well, I've got tight hamstrings, coach. What can you do about it?
Rim Yong Sim getting a workout there from the boss. So worrying times for Prepa, because she could be left in the lurch here and be coming out again pretty quickly. She was certainly holding her back in a stiff position after that last lift, and if you've never been under weights at this sort of heaviness, then you know, it's very difficult to appreciate and describe what it actually feels like, Michaela, but I'm going to get you to have a try.
Heavy.
It hurts.
Sorry.
It hurts.
Well, it hurts if you catch it in the wrong position. The position that she was in with the jerk exposed her lower back to injury. She was in an arched position trying to compensate. But really, if the bar is over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, everything's down in a straight line, the back is in a completely safe position, so it should not be uncomfortable. It's going to be painful if the lift is in the wrong position. And you see the movements that these athletes go through, they're conditioned to them. But we now have a case that's unfolding in front of us where Prepa has just missed or bailed out of 127 clean. That's 2 failures, and she's going to be following herself again. 2 minutes to recover, 2 minutes to pull herself together. What happened here?
Well, it's clearly issues here for
on
Prepa.
her toes, out in front, on her toes there.
Never going to happen. So Prepa under pressure, could be the first woman exiting this 75 kilo competition.
Oh.
So backstage, now Kachan getting ready.
Did you see the weight slide off the bar then? That happened to me in my last warm-up attempt at this year's Commonwealth Games. I missed my last warm-up attempt because of it, and that knocked my confidence going into the competition. Really, we should be using collars. Those collars that Lydia's got on the bar just stop the weights from sliding. That's the previous attempt where we saw the weight sliding was just laziness from the coaches.
Well, we all get a bit lazy, don't we, in the gym with the collars?
Yeah, it's there. They're there for safety, and when these, as you can see, the weights are brand new, the bars are brand new, so they will slide. When a gym is filthy and full of dust, then the weights won't slide as well. So usually people avoid using collars in a mucky gym.
Blaise Cuesta for Colombia, waiting to see her come into the competition. She's got 130 posted, so we're heading in that direction, but we've still got Prepa to sort out. The Moldovan athlete not done herself any favours here. Upped her entry weight by 2 kilos to 127 and hasn't got close. Not even close, and you'd have to say she's not favourite to make this.
Oh, she's capable of it. Well, strong enough. The last one was a silly mistake. She's on flat feet, still has to step forwards. That's okay, that's just an adjustment off the windpipe. Needs to be under the bar. She wasn't, but she's managed to move forwards to save it. She's
that's
not
an
happy.
injury. No, well, we've seen all sorts on the platform during the course of this week. Usually the athletes try and keep that sort of thing quiet, but Prepa, with her final lift, limps away from the stage. Finishes with a total 238, was it? And well, she won't be happy with that, the Moldovan.
Well, she'll be happy that she's in the competition. She's made a total, so it's job done in that respect. Obviously won't be happy with the 2 failures and the manner in which she went about that. But it's a good lift. She's in the competition.
Let's just hope that's nothing serious from her point of view. But my goodness me, this was a struggle. So Prepa posts a total as Norma Kampatova comes out onto the stage for Kazakhstan. And some concerns that she was maybe not feeling as good as she would like to be ahead of this clean and jerk phase with the reduction in weight, but completed it successfully at 125, looked comfortable. And 130 goes up. That's a great lift from Nurchinova in terms of posting her total.
Well,
still in business.
She's nowhere near the form that we have seen of her in the past. 142 is her best, so we're still 12 kilos off that. Looks tired.
Yeah, I mean, 12 kilos is substantial, isn't it?
It is. Working hard, nice and quick, really strong back. One of the few athletes we've seen managing to sit nice and straight on the way up. And solid overhead. No question that she was ever going to miss that.
Well, if she's feeling good, the options are there in terms of when she comes back in. Yeah, getting a lift on the board at 125, so comes back out at 130 for Taipei. And watch this head go down as the weight goes up. Oh, no, that was always going to be a push for her. Had to get out of the way, pretty smartish there.
Yeah, that came down fairly quickly. Don't really want to leave your heel behind the bar, but there is clearance. There's a good few inches of clearance once the bar hits the floor. Just dive forwards, and you say about dropping the head. That movement of dropping the head meant that the shoulders were too far forwards of the bar, and that's one of the reasons that went behind.
Kim backstage, Asian champion, just going through her final warm-up alongside her compatriot Rim. The two North Koreans yet to come into this phase. There is Rim.
See the weight sliding on the bar again. That's 95 kilos that she's warming up with.
When will they learn, eh? When will they learn?
Well, I'm surprised they're not using something. You only have to be tiny bit off kilter and those weights will slide, and if they clear the bar then we're risking injury. It's unnecessary to risk injury at this level at this time.
So Yao and Norma Kambatova, two athletes in the hot seat at the moment. There's the stats from clean and jerk phase in the B division, and Ferreira of Brazil bringing home the lead in that. Yes, good performance from her.
That's right, 130 was the heaviest weight posted in the clean and jerk from the B group, and we are still yet to surpass that. This is the same weight. When we get to 131, then we start forgetting about the weights lifted in the B group.
Yeah, with her final attempt, successful at 125, failure at 130, and didn't look close to it, in all honesty. 130 again then for her. Final lift of the competition. Oh, so close, out the back door again.
If she could just keep her head up and her chest up a fraction, that bar would be nicely over her shoulders. Just dropping the head, dropping the chest, the bar goes backwards.
So she goes out with a final total of 125 in the clean and jerk, which when you combine with her snatch lift goes to 226 as a final total. But it's still Prepa with 238 that has the best total weight at the moment. Now Kachan comes to the stage then for France, 131. No surprise to see her upping by 6 kilos. She looked very comfortable at 125.
Patiente bien sur ce départ. On redresse agressive dans le verrouillage. Très haut.
Plenty of cues from the coaches on the side. Little look across at the clock, but she's fine. Oh, dear me. Well, that's not great.
That comes down to the issue we were talking about earlier, which is her inability to sit straight underneath the bar. That bar hit her so hard. Just doesn't have the back strength to land it solidly. She will only have one attempt remaining now. Very capable. It's all unfolding now in the warm-up room.
Yeah, it's getting interesting. Waiting for the big names to enter the fray in the clean and jerk phase of this women's 75 kilo competition. The double world champion Zaichikina for Russia taking gold in the snatch and certainly favourite to bring home a third world title and restore at least some sort of faith in the Russian programme here at this World Championships. Now Kachan with her final attempt then in this competition, failure at 1:31. Didn't even complete the first phase of the clean last time she was on the platform. As Michaela Breeze has been saying, back is the issue for this particular lifter. This time gets under it. Now watch this unusual pause before she changes grip. It's a long time to have that weight resting across the clavicles, but finally gets it up. The smile to the judges to say, I got this under control, but only just. But now Kachan posts the lift and posts the total.
It's a good recovery. The second attempt was nowhere near, but that was much better. Had to work throughout. Stands strong. Still drops her chair. She's going to have to go away and work on that. A long time holding the bar on her shoulders. That's taking a lot of energy. The adjustment then. It's not even touching her shoulders. Must be really uncomfortable. Usually the bar sits on top of the big deltoid muscles. Obviously pleased. Quite rightly so.
Yeah, so good lift from France. 238 equals Prepa's lift, but much lighter body weight. Now then, Colombia and Valois Cuesta.
That was her first attempt.
Good stuff from her. Yeah, 132 then into the competition.
Well, I just had to double check the scoreboard then. That looked like, the clean looked like it was a third attempt, how hard it was. Starting as heavy as she dare, 132, her best is 135, and she's obviously desperate for a good result here. Had to work so hard to stand up. Adjusts to a really wide grip, that means less distance for the bar to travel overhead. Good lockout with the elbows. No problems in the second phase.
And talking of problems, Marie-Yves Beauchemin-Nadeau had her problems in the snatch phase of this competition. To have a couple of attempts to get it right. But clean and jerk coming in at 133. And the Canadian can post a reasonable total here. No. Not great from the Commonwealth champion, I'm afraid, and as you said, she's just not quite looking competition ready here.
No, it's tough when you've done so well at a Commonwealth Games. She will have come back from that Commonwealth Games champion, and psychologically and physically would have probably had to take some downtime to recover. Just doesn't look like she's got back into the swing of things. She's a lifter under pressure. That was a lethargic, slow effort. It needs to be much more explosive and dynamic if she's going to stand.
Kim and Rim of North Korea side by side in the warm-up area. Valentín, the European champion, little out on her own, but just a glance across to the other competitors. We desperately want her to lift well today, don't we, Valentín? But she's going to struggle in this one.
Yes, we do. You can see she's quite out of breath there, Lydia Valentín. She's going to be one of the next lifters out, so I'm guessing she's just finished her warm-up. She will now have 2 or 3 minutes to recover while these other athletes are coming out before she steps foot onto the platform.
Moving towards the back end of the 2-minute phase then for Beauchemin-Nadeau. She's straight back on stage, the Canadian. And got nowhere near 133. That's obviously the favourite weight belt. Going to keep it going as long as possible. Into the last 10 seconds.
She knows how long she has. Oh, come on, go.
Push that one to the limit.
She's okay.
Oh, well done.
Oh, much much more comfortable overhead. The clean was a real effort, and my goodness me, was she close on the time. The athletes are on the platform, they can see the clock before they go up. When they're on the platform, they can see the clock on the platform. There's no excuse for an athlete to literally let the clock hit 0 before taking it off the floor. That was very risky.
But it paid off. And the lift is a good one for the Canadian. So a little bit like the snatch part of this competition. Not a great first attempt, but then gets herself on the scoreboard with the second. And moves her total up.
Good receiving position, shoulders over the hips. Nicely move the feet forwards and backwards. The weight distribution when you land in that position should be 50-50 on the weight, 50% on the front leg, 50 on the back. Usually an athlete will have maybe 55 or 60 on the front leg. If they do that, then usually the bar's going forward. So if you're at home, having some experience of lifting, maybe from the CrossFit community, and you find yourself missing jerks forward, just get somebody to video you from the side and see where your shoulders and your hips are in relation to the bar.
There's so much technology available now to lifters, and some of these things that you can attach to your various devices as well that tell you all about which parts of your body you're using most. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can utilise in your training, but video still remains a fabulous way to just get a look at your technique. Valentín Valais Cuesta then comes out. We are getting pretty close, I think, to seeing some of the bigger names enter the competition. We've still got Nurchinova as well for Kazakhstan, waiting to see what she's going to do or when she's going to come in with her last lift. So Valais, again, that struggle to get into the standing position and somehow completes it. But that was a bit of mix and match there from Valais. 135 then. She'll take it.
Oh, not only was the clean super hard, the jerk looked comfortable, but let's watch her feet here. So the clean was okay, had to work hard to stand. Now as she dips, her feet, I can't see her feet should remain flat on the floor. She actually moved her left foot as she dipped, which meant she would then lose power through the drive phase.
So Nurchinova isn't going to mess about. Coming in at 135 then to post the total with her third and final lift. Solid first phase. Now the jerk. Oh, that was mighty close. The leg buckled, the left-hand side looked a bit shaky, but it's up.
Oh, she's injured. She's suffering with something there. Probably a knee, by the way she's limping.
Yes, tentatively leaves the stage, but 250 is that final total, and she's temporarily in first position.
Good extension, lots of float on the bar.
I think it was the left side, Michaela, that looked like it was buckling as she went into this final phase.
Nice as she landed, but as she recovers, there we are. Whoa, the hips and the knee go.
But it's a successful lift for Nurchinova, and she leads. Shaman Nadu for Canada with her attempt at 133 successful. And she's pushing it a little bit here, so 4 kilos for 137. We will see.
Come on.
Canadian looking to try and take the lead. Nurchinova, sorry, of Kazakhstan at the moment in that gold medal position in the clean and jerk.
Oh, what an effort. Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, no, that was not...
even if she'd steadied herself, the arms, I think, came out of lock.
Yeah, she knows it as well, and accepting of the judge's decision. 3 red lights, no lift at 137, so Kazakhstan stay in the lead. And Canada dip out with a clean and jerk of 133. And only 107 in the snatch.
Could have done with just moving her feet a bit further forwards, a bit further back, dropping her body weight just an inch. She may have got the bar to arm's length, but it's all hypothetical now.
So Valois is successful at 132, successful at 135, comes in at 137. That would give her a total of 247, so still wouldn't get past the Kazakhstan lifter. Now, if she can get through the clean phase, then the jerk looked pretty steady last time up.
Yes, the clean is obviously where she is weakest at. That's purely lack of strength in the legs and glutes.
And there we go. There's the problem. So doesn't complete 137, has to settle for 135. That's her final lift in the clean and jerk. And Valois is not the only athlete today that just didn't quite look on her game. But the main competition about to fire up. So Valentín puts her cards on the table at 140. Clean and jerk is not her favoured phase, but she needs to post something here, doesn't she, Michaela, if she's going to at least put some pressure on the rest?
Well, yes, she's sat in 4th place after the snatch, but with 3 real quality lifters still yet to come into the competition. Sorry, 4 lifters still left to come in. She has her work cut out. Gotta love the socks, haven't you?
Yes, they're crackers, aren't they?
Make me stronger socks.
Here we go then. Valentín hoping that they work. Lifted brilliantly so far today as the European champion.
Coming on to her right side off the floor. Strong clean. And with a best of 147, that's 140. I think we're going to see a few more kilos if she can keep everything together.
There we go for starters then. So that'll give us some confidence, and with 2 lifts left, that's put her in quite a decent position here, Valentín. But 155 is the weight that we expect to see the big 3 come in.
Well, Rim, who is next into the, well, one of the next lifters into the competition, was only a kilo behind Valentín after the snatch.
Yeah, Valentin's got a decision to make here, hasn't she? Because Rim's keeping that entry weight quite high.
Yeah.
So Valentín will be back out again.
And she's actually just put it up even more. Rim had 145, that's just gone up to 147. So, if I'm honest, I think
have to cope with that.
She needs to just focus on herself here and try and come out and perform personal bests.
Okay, so we're looking for easy stages from Valentín. Well, there's a little bit going on behind the scenes as the weights go up, and Valentín, who was next out on stage, has actually covered herself here.
No, 146. She's just buying some time, I think.
Yeah,
the,
I think that's
the
a good
bar
call.
would have gone. She did 140. The bar would have automatically gone to 141. The coaches then upped it to 145, so that's 1 change. Whilst the loaders are on the platform loading the bar, the clock has to stop, so it gives her a bit more time. And then they've used their 2nd change now and put 146 on the bar.
Zaichikina and this lady Kang Yue just going through their final warm-up lifts. Still to come into this clean and jerk competition along with Rim and Kim. And it does look like North Korea are going to have to come onto the platform. Valentín has the experience, remember, at this level. At 29 years of age, she knows what she's doing, but she has had her hand forced here a little bit.
Oh, that's 3 changes now we've seen on Valentín's weight. Maybe they got it wrong on the technical desk, but Valentín's gone up to 147.
Wow. That's a gamble from the Spaniard, but if she wants to get on the podium here today, I guess that's the gamble she has to take. So the Olympic champion onto the stage at 69 kilos. Now applying her trade at this next body weight up. And Rim Yong Sim cleaning 147 pretty comfortably.
Yeah, it was.
That was nice. That was nice from the North Korean.
157. Sorry, 153 is her best. This is 147. She could well get close to that today. Very strong opening attempt. I think Lydia's got her work cut out now, trying to stay with these girls.
Yeah, she already made the point that she needs somebody to mess up. Kang Yue came pretty close to that in the snatch.
She's looking at 2 athletes to fold under the pressure if she's going to have a chance of the podium.
So this is Lydia Valentin's competition right here. Moves it up to 147. She means business. Well, this is pushing the envelope for her in terms of clean and jerk. She did look very good at 140, but this is a big increment to 147. Nice. Oh, super. Oh, no. Oh, I thought she had it. So close. 99.9.
Oh my goodness, so close. Just didn't move her front foot far enough forwards. Didn't create a big enough base of support. Works hard through the clean. Really aggressive athlete, stands up strong.
A tremendous effort to there.
Just want to see this front foot go another inch to get those hips back under the bar. What a shame.
Yes, and at this weight, absolutely nothing she could do about that. Minor technical error.
Zaichikina there.
She's looking good. She's looking good. I have to say the warm-up from Kang Yue just a few moments ago didn't look as comfortable as that.
There was a 150 on the bar. It really did look comfortable. She's coming out on apparently a 155. Bearing in mind, Zaichikina is the world senior record holder in the clean and jerk. Only she knows what she is capable of, and maybe we'll see her increasing that starting weight.
Yes, playing at 150, 14 kilos heavier for her world record at clean and jerk. 164.
Well, Valentín now doesn't have the time that she had previously. 2 minutes again following herself. She has increased the weight by just 1 kilo. That would have bought her a few seconds of time to recover. But the significance of the 148 is this is a new personal best attempt.
Oh, that's great from Valentín. She's come to this competition in superb shape, the European champion, but needs this lift to come away with something that she will value. Unlikely to put her in the medals, but it certainly asks a question. We will see. And while this is going on, all sorts of games going on backstage with the weights being posted and dialed back. But that's what happens when you see what your competitors have done. You've got to respond accordingly. Final lift then for Valentín. Clean face, solid again. Gets that foot forward.
Is she gonna...
Oh, no! Oh, that was so close on both occasions, and that will be real frustration, Michaela, because that was so close to a decent total.
Well, I'm frustrated for her. She's had a great year so far. That 147 was personal best, was achieved at the Europeans this year. Just gutted. To be honest, if she had stood still, I'm not sure the referees would have given her this. Just watch the arms. Not from this angle. There was movement, I thought, in both elbows. I thought they were soft, more so maybe than a press out, but just could not get her body back under the bar. What a shame.
Yes, may have had to rely on her name to get that one. Now, Kang Yue coming in at 151, which has prompted quite a serious weight adjustment from the defending champion Zaichikina. And the Chinese lifter strong through that first phase, but this is where it counts.
Well, maybe after the hiccup on the snatch, they've just lowered her starting weight on the clean and jerk from 155 down to 151. This keeps the competition wide open. Zaichikina, we've just seen, nail a 150 in the warm-up room comfortably, but yet she's still lowered her starting weight from 155 to 153.
Interesting stuff. I think there's more drama to play out in this one. But for the moment, Kang Yue successful at 151. And I think you're absolutely right, Mikhaila. I think that was about just getting a lift under her belt and leaving 2 to go.
Strong back off the floor, slightly on her toes. Does well to recover from that. Sits back on her heels now before the jerk. Everything's slightly forwards. But hey, she's got a lift on the board. She's in the competition. She has a total.
Yep, Kang Yue in business in the women's 75 kilo weight category here at this World Championships in Almaty, Kazakhstan. But this is the woman to beat. This is the world record holder at clean and jerk. And Nadezhda Zaichikina coming in way below her best at just 153. And we've already seen her produce a big lift backstage. And oh my goodness me.
Well, that's a surprise. That's a real shock.
No, no, no. Well, that's just changed everything. This is going to be mighty close for gold now.
Did I miss something? That was definitely a 150 she did in the warm-up.
It was a 150 in the warm-up. Well, I'm sure it was.
This looks like a different lifter.
Real problems then for the defending champion, and that will have given real encouragement to the likes of Rim and Kim from North Korea. So successful at 147, another athlete choosing just to come in a little bit lower and get something on the board. But now ups it to 153, which is the weight that Zaichikina has just failed at. Looks good for Kim and Kang now.
She's equal to her personal best. Well, looks more comfortable overhead than in the first phase of the lift. She's just thrown herself right in there. She was out of the medals on the snatch, but only by 3 kilos, so she's trying desperately to make up ground and get herself back in the running. And she's currently ranked 2nd overall at the moment.
Yeah, that'll do nicely for starters. 2nd behind Kang Yue of China.
Can I just draw your attention to something? Kang has put her 2nd weight down, 2nd attempt, as a 162. So she's gone 151 to 162. Only a few kilos below the world record. I'm sure she's going to bring that back down.
Zaichikina, the reigning world champion, with an uncharacteristic fail at 153. Oh, what is going on? This is 11 kilos below her personal best, the world record in clean and jerk. And this could be a serious problem here for Russia. Snatch gold medalist, moving into her favoured discipline, and this is not good.
Wow, just coming onto her toes a little through the middle part of the lift. Dropping her elbows, dropping her chest when she catches it. Needs to sit a lot straighter. Who am I to tell a world record holder what to do? Wow, she should be comfortable with this kind of weight. And then the 150 in the warm-up room was easy.
Yeah.
I was surprised she brought it down.
No, she looked in fabulous form. That's how the leaderboard stands at the moment in terms of the clean and jerk phase, but in terms of our total, then Kang Yue is the leader for the gold medal. That, I guess, really matters. Now then.
Well, this is going to be a sign of a true champion.
Can she do it? Needs all of her mental toughness right now. There's Nadezhda Zaichikina. This is not on the script. And also, this leaves the door wide open for the rest of the field, because the total that she's going to post is not going to be a good one. Zaichikina then.
Oh, much
this
better.
is a lift to nothing almost for her. But she's got to do it. Nothing convincing, but the weight is recorded, but hangs her head and wanders away from the stage, and it's going to be very difficult now to defend her title.
Oh, she's in gold medal position, only 2nd on the clean and jerk, gold medal position overall, but she knows she's under a lot of pressure now. She can do nothing else but go back to the warm-up room and sit and wait. Right foot shifted out to the side. Jerk.
Real problems in the clean phase.
So strong overhead.
So, a gold medal is there for the taking, basically. Kim Un-yu, Rim Yong-sim and Kang Yue still in with a shout. Now, what's Kang Yue hasn't dialed it back yet. She's still saying 162 as Kim comes into the competition in the clean and jerk at 154.
Well, China will be looking to see how comfortable this attempt is before making a
No
final
hanging
decision.
about, straight through it to a successful lift, and that reflects immediately on Kang Yue's decision. 155 back from 162, so just that single kilo going on for the moment.
Well, China, they play a good tactical game with the scoreboard. Their coaches have put their next attempt way up out of anybody's reach. They then sit, they wait, they watch to see what the other athletes are doing, and then going from that 162, they brought it straight back down to 155. And it's just to keep their athlete in with a chance of a medal. Well, what's Kang got? She's the next lifter out, 155.
Well, we've seen the bluff, and now she's going to have to call Kim on this one. So
Just lift it.
5-5, away she goes.
Ooh, soft.
Oh dear.
Oh, see the body quivering under the bar. A lot of strangers standing there. No.
No, that was painful to watch.
Wow, how close can you get some of these girls? Oh, she's not comfortable at all, is she?
Very often you'll see an athlete limp away from the platform, but that looks like more serious damage.
Yeah, I think she's been masking the injury well. It's the first time we've really noticed it. Just watching here if there's any... Those sudden movements. I think it's either a back or a knee.
Certainly looks to be left side. Actually clutched her hip at the end there.
If it's back, it could be transferred pain down the leg. Well, I'm not sure she's going to be a contender going forwards, but a real shame. She was so close to that attempt.
So the Kang Yue gamble not paying off at the moment. That leaves the North Koreans in a fabulous position, and Zaichikina will be kicking herself. 153 on clean and jerk. It's left the competition wide open.
And the clock is running for Kang from China, 155, just while the coaches assess the situation, make a decision whether or not to send her back out for her final attempt. We may see her withdraw if it's a bad injury.
Kim Un-yun in gold medal position for the moment. Not the first competition this week to see real drama play out across the course of both disciplines. Kang Yue is the latest to star, and the Chinese athlete I don't think is coming out for a third lift. No, that is an injury that has stopped her competition, and that's a shame. It was done on that last lift, a lift that well within her capabilities at 155. But that does not look good, I'm afraid.
I think that's a knee by the looks of it, the way she's moving.
So Kang Yue is out. The leader in this competition, Kim Un-yu, to try and consolidate her position, has come up to the platform and now leaves the platform.
That's because who's on the platform?
Well, it was going to be Kim Un-yu. Came up to lift with an announced total of 156, and her compatriot Rim Yong-sim, who she's basically competing with for the gold medal.
The wrong lifter was called. Yes, she is the right lifter that's coming out, but didn't wait for it to register on the scoreboard that her teammate was going up.
So here we go then. Rim Yong-sim gets a little bit of coaching advice for her troubles, shall we say?
Well, People's Republic of Korea in number 1 and 4 at the moment. Rim in picture is currently ranked 4th overall. This will be enough to take her up into 2nd behind her teammate.
It's already been a fabulous week for North Korea. It could get a lot better.
Short in the extension. Does she have the legs?
Oh. Just got it there. This is going to be a big lift, though. No.
Oh.
Well, that step up in body weight for Rim at the moment. Just a step too far. And another athlete suffering after a failed lift.
Well, that was a really gutsy effort. And that failure means that Zaichikina remains in second place overall. And Kang also remains on the podium in third place. Only Kim to respond, and Kim already has the gold on the clean and jerk and the gold in the total. The question is, how close can she get to that world record?
Here we go then, so the victory lap basically. I think, well, it depends on what the situation here is.
I don't know whether she's going to try and go for personal bests or get closer. I think it's probably, yeah, personal bests is what we're looking at.
So 157 next up then for Kim Un-yu, already the champion.
Kim actually has done a 164 also, which equalled the world record. So,
well, there we go then. It's there to be taken. Is this the warm-up for the big one? We will see how comfortable this looks. She was certainly quick through the last lift. No,
I don't. If she's not going to give it a go, I don't see the point in taking these weights. She's already the champion.
Yeah, a little bow to the judges, and that might be it for her.
And who would have bet that after the snatch, 3 kilos down
it's
on 3
athletes
it? That had massive clean and jerks, and she's found herself right up here in contention and actually world champion.
Well, a little bit disappointing, Michaela, that it wasn't quite the quality of competition we were looking for, but we still had the drama.
Yes, we did. Kim now not only Asian champion this year, but now world champion.
Well, there we go. That's not a bad month and a half's work for Kim Un-yu. Looks like we are going to see a final lift from her. So clearly feeling in decent shape, wants to nail this 157 to finish the competition in style and come away with those 2 gold medals. But this essentially is her victory lap.
How do you get motivated for a final attempt that's not even close to personal best after you've already won the World Championships? Maybe they've told her that she needs this for the gold medal.
Yeah,
maybe she doesn't know she's already won.
You never know. Keep the athlete focused. It's been a good day at the office for North Korea. And this to win in style.
Hardly any hesitation between phases, but that's there. Gold medal in style.
Well done. Well, it wasn't quite the clean and jerk phase that we were hoping for. Zaichikina will be kicking herself with that struggle at 153, because 157 is well within her remit. But the Russian does not take a 3rd world title. Instead, the world title goes to the Asian champion, Kim Un-yu. 157 in the clean and jerk gives her gold medal there. Gold medal in that final total as well to claim the World Championship title for North Korea.
Well, tremendous lifting. Really good to come out and see her fighting right to the end, even with the gold medal under her belt.
Well, you said, Michaela, at the start of today that there were probably 5 women in contention and 3 with really serious credentials in terms of their form coming into this and the totals they were posting. This was one of the names you mentioned, but yes, it could have gone either way, and this competition swung back and forth. But there will be a couple of athletes in there very disappointed. Valentín, so close, but at the end of the day, she couldn't quite make it in the end. And Nadezhda Zaichikina has to suffer the indignity of a 3rd place in the clean and jerk. And it means that she does not retain her world title. It is not another gold medal for her, as we run down through our final finishing list from the women's 75k clean and jerk before we confirm our final totals for the gold medal and indeed our podium. Very, very good day for North Korea, and they look pretty solid up there. Kim Unyu confirmed with that total of 283 as gold medalist here in the 75k category. Zaichikina has to settle for silver, and Kang Yu of China takes the bronze, rim just off the podium, unfortunately for her. So there we go, the first of our weightlifting action concluded for you today here on Eurosport. Join us again in just over an hour's time. It's 1 o'clock UK time. We get the men's 105 kilo competition underway. Hope you can join us for that one. We'll see you later.
Klitschko Pulev, live and exclusive on British Eurosport 2 HD.
Discover the stories, tragedy and bravery of the First World War battlefields. Walk in the footsteps of heroes. Commemorate the centenary of World War I with a Ledger Holidays Battlefield Tour. Our All Quiet on the Western Front tour starts from £279 per person. Call 0843 178 4722 to book now.
I'm Winston Wolfe. I fix problems. Now, I understand your house sustained fire damage. I think I should take you two gentlemen for a little ride.
But we didn't do anything.
The landlord says you did.
No.
Yes, yes. You agreed with him that if your house became uninhabitable, Direct Line would pick up the tab for alternative accommodation.
Yeah, he did.
Good enough. Let's get you guys to a safe house then.
Are you making the most of your tablet?